The minority in Parliament has petitioned the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps in Ghana, His Excellency Maher Kia, over a number of arrests and searches conducted in the homes of some government officials. The petition filed by the Member of Parliament for Old Tafo, Vincent Eko Asefo, listed the search of the homes of Ken Ofori-Atta, former BOG boss, and the arrest of Chairman Wontumi, among others, which he described as a rumble-style action that have implications for Ghana's democracy. Here are details of the petition.
The petition recounted some major security operations and arrests in the country since January 7, 2025. The petitioner, Vincent Eko Asefo, says the government has resorted to rumble-style raids and intimidation tactics, particularly targeting opposition figures, ex-government officials, journalists, and outspoken youth activists. He talks about how these arrests often take place at dawn, accompanied by humiliation, destruction of property, and in some cases, harsh bail conditions designed to unduly keep the suspects in custody. The petition cites high-profile personalities such as Dr. Ernest Addison, Ken Ofori-Atta, Reverend Ntim Fojo, Chairman Wontumi, and Abronye DC, as well as young activists and commentators like Katechie Frifa, Adenta Kumi, Fanti Comedy, Priscilla Dua, and Sir Obama as victims of this campaign. The claim is that state institutions like the police, IOCO, National Security, and the OSP are being weaponized to punish critics rather than fight corruption. The petition makes 4 appeals to the diplomatic corps. 1, that they recognize the arrests as threat to democracy. 2, put pressure on government to halt unlawful arrest and persecution. 3, call for rule of law and due process. And finally, provide international support for Ghanaians resisting what they describe as authoritarian tendencies. On update with some of these cases so far, the former finance minister is still on the wanted list of the OSP and Interpol Red Notice. Former Governor Ernest Addison has been dragged to court by a citizen, Alan Babil, over his alleged role in the debt structuring process. It is unclear where the state is now with regards to the Ntim Fojo case, but Chairman Wontumi is yet to be put before court.
On the matter of prosecutions, President John Mahama has indicated that the docket is fully built and ready to be put some of these officials, including Entry Bonsiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, and others before court once the legal vacation is over. He spoke during his meeting with the press on Wednesday.
Over 200 cases are under active investigation, with about 80 people interrogated so far. Several prosecutions have begun, progressing steadily and remaining firmly on course. In the Republic versus Edubwan and 3 others, the state has submitted witness statements together with all other documents, and trial has commenced. And the first of 3 prosecution witnesses have been called and have been cross-examined by counsel for the accused person. With the SkyTrain case, for instance, the prosecutors have secured a trial date, as all preliminary matters have been concluded and the trial is set to commence. For the National Service Authority case, due to its expansive nature, charges have been drafted and will be filed as soon as the legal year begins against the following person: the Republic versus Osei Sibe, the Republic versus Eric Nyako, the Republic versus Gifty Owari. Also for the National Cathedral, we are awaiting a forensic audit from the Auditor General. Additionally, charges have been drafted and are ready for filing in the case of Republic versus Wontumi and Akuntamaini. The Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, is finalizing its report with respect to Exim Bank transactions. Dockets are in preparation for the buffer stock case and the drip equipment case. Investigations are ongoing into the African Cup of Nations case, the Mart Set case, and approximately 20 other cases currently. Let me be clear, every single case of corruption that needs to be investigated is being looked into. And once evidence is found to ground the prosecution, that will happen and happen swiftly.